In today's video, I'm sharing with you my agenda and how I set it up for 2023. So let's dive right into it. Hello, beautiful. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I am Laura, and this is Executive Her. On this channel, I help women elevate their personal brands through modern elegance and also through style. So today I'm going to share with you my agenda and how I set it up for 2023. I love this time of the year because I am a planner nerd and I like to get organized because this is the time of year where I look back on some of the things that I've accomplished and then start thinking about other things that I want to accomplish in the upcoming year. So let's dive into my planner. If you've seen any of my other planner videos, you know that I do own the 3 Louis Vuitton agendas, the PM size, the MM size, and then the GM size. And so of all of the three, the GM size really is my favorite. It tends to work better for my lifestyle. Now I do use the PM because the PM is really good for taking notes and it's also good for travel. So at night, if I am thinking about something and I am in bed, I will reach over and grab this from the nightstand and I'll just write notes. So mainly what I have in here are the note pages. And I really like this also for travel when I don't want to take the GM with me. So I will be using this as I always do. Of the three of them, the MM size is the size that really does not work for me. And you would think it's the better one because of the size you can travel with it. But as you can see, the last insert I have in this one is from 2021. And I really didn't write in it. I just did not use it. So I find that even though this is a better size, it doesn't work. So the one that I will be using mainly is the GM size. And so I've already set this up using some of the things that I brought from Cloth and Paper and also from Agendio. Now Cloth and Paper is really luxurious. So when you open this planner up, I have some note cards here from Cloth and Paper. These are just to give me a little bit of inspiration. For example, this one, heavy is the head that wears the crown. That keeps me grounded, it keeps me focused, and I keep that in here as well, along with some of the others from Cloth and Paper. And then I keep this here. This is another little note card that says, discipline today, lead to options tomorrow. And so, again, those are just to keep me grounded, to help me to stay focused, and to help me to stay motivated. And as you can see from this year, I have chosen to do a more neutral color palette. So I'm going to insert some pictures of my planner as it was before. And before I really liked the color pink, and I still like pink, but this year I really wanted to have more of a clean look, aesthetic to it. And so I've chosen the more neutral palette. This is the transparent dashboard that I've also gotten from Cloth and Paper. So that is here. And then when you open it up, again, a dashboard from Cloth and Paper. And this is Luxuriate, which I think is very luxurious. And the picture is so simple, but just absolutely stunning. And also, if you turn back here to this transparent dashboard, Comme il fit, and as it should be. And of course, you guys know I'm taking French, so that keeps me motivated, helps me to continue to practice and to continue to work at it. I also have added this inbox dashboard, and this inbox dashboard, it's also transparent, but what I can do here is just add some sticky notes, things that I need to do, calls that I need to follow up, those kinds of things before I actually have time to transpose them into my planner. So now if we turn to the planner of itself, this is Agendio inserts. So this is, of course, a month on 2 pages. And instead of doing pink this year, I went for the black and gray, simple design because, again, I wanted to be clean and kind of modern and fresh. So I went with black and gray. I've also decided, instead of having the pink dividers, I'm using these transparent ones with the gold foil writing, which I think is aesthetically pleasing, and I do love the color gold, so I like the way that looks. So if we turn to the first divider, this is the schedule, and I've also added in here, I've added behind each one of these dividers a dashboard from Cloth and Paper. So this one I absolutely love, and this one, of course, is fear only exists when you do not understand that you have the power to project thought and that the universe will respond. I absolutely love that. And so again, what I've done is I've added dashboards behind each one of the transparent dividers. And what I did was to make it black and white, alternating between the two. So if we turn in here, we will also find other Agendio inserts. Now, what I like about Agendio is you can customize your planner. And what I have done previously, in the past, I would always order my planners and I would have a page per day. And what I was finding is I just wasn't using it. I'll insert a picture of it in here. And I was wasting a lot of paper. So this year I decided to kind of downsize things and put a week on 2 pages as opposed to a page per day. And what I've done in here is I put tasks, things that I need to do, and then agenda. What am I going to do during the day? Am I going to complete the tasks? Are there phone calls I need to make? Are there meetings I need to attend? What is it that I need to do? So I put that here. I also added my meals and workouts here at the bottom. On the side here, I have space for inspiration. So when I think about quotes or things that inspire me, I can write that down. Then of course, spending, what I'm spending during the week, and memo, a place where I can write some notes. Again, I have the transparent dividers. This one, of course, are lists and dashboard grid. So again, this is from Agendio. This is the list. Then we have the projects, another dashboard. Whatever you do for work or play, do it with passion. So I did try to do this in black and white, alternating between the two in terms of the agenda. Now you see how I have set this up. So under the projects tab, I have actually designed this where the project in and of itself is kind of shaded in gray, and then a space where I can write down the project, maybe some notes on it, but then tasks and other things that I want to write down here, and I can check it off as I go. The next one, of course, is finance, and fortune favors the bold. I have the finance tab, and that's just a description of what I'm spending, the budget, and the actual cost total, and then plus or minus. Not only is the description on what I'm spending, but also what I'm earning. So I want to make sure that I'm writing down what I'm earning, especially as it relates to some of the other adventures that I have, not my sole income, but just some of the things that I'm doing on the side. So I have that here as well. And then, of course, I have the goals. And as you can see, I have this here. This is from the previous one that I was telling you guys about, how I had it in pink. And then I had some monthly items, just those things that I was spending some discretionary money on or discretionary funding. And here, of course, I had those listed. But I found that this just really didn't work for me as well. So again, I changed that, and I'm just showing you the back of this one because I do have like my wish list written on it. But I think that this is going to work a little bit better because, one, it's not as specific as I had it here, and it allows me to write down not only the discretionary money that I'm spending, but it also helps me to track money that I'm earning outside of my salary. Okay, so the next one, of course, are goals and ideas. And this one is balance is not something that you find, it's something that you create. So it just reminds me that although there are things that I want to do, I also have to make sure that I'm balanced, because I can tend to work extremely hard and probably work a little too much. So I have to always remind myself that I have to create that balance. And so the way I set up the goals tab, it's goals and ideas. It's a description, the start date, and the completion, and then has space for notes. So that's how I have it set up. And then, of course, we have the miscellaneous tab, and this is beauty in the way you hold yourself. And you guys know that my channel is all about that. It is beauty in the way you hold yourself, because it truly is about being elegant. And so I have that here, and then just miscellaneous so that I can write some notes and also treat it like a kind of a journal where I can journal some things throughout the day. So that's basically how I have this set up. That's basically how I will be using it this year. Can't wait to get started. again, it's simple, it's elegant, and I was going for a more modern and fresh feel. So those are two brands I really love, Cloth and Paper and also Agendio. Also with Cloth and Paper, what I'm going to also use this year is the 2023, and this is a spiral journal. It is going to be the one for 2023, of course, but I'm going to use one like this for Executive Her, the things that I do for Executive Her. And this is not pretty at all. This is just where I write some notes on what I'm doing, ideas that I have. And I'm not going to open this because I have a whole lot of things jotted down. But this is basically, and this is what it looks like on the inside, just in case you're curious. But this is, again, what I use for Executive Her. And I have a lot of ideas and things I really want to do with Executive Her this year. And I'm hoping that is how I set up my agenda for 2023. I'm getting really excited because, again, there's so many things that I want to accomplish and so many things that I want to do. And I also just like looking back at 2022 to see exactly what I did throughout the year. So if you are not into planning, at least the written form, perhaps you can start doing so this year. Electronic planning, that's always a good option. And you just want to make sure you're doing something where you're writing down your goals, where you're writing down some of the things you want to achieve, because that is how you truly become successful, by writing things down, checking them off, seeing where you are, and just then making them happen, taking action to do so. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If so, remember to subscribe to the channel, to like the video. Also, hit that notification bell so you know when I upload new content. I'm sure there's something on the channel that you're absolutely going to enjoy. Thank you, as always, so much for spending some of your time with me. And as always, well, I'll see you next time.